Blessings and good afternoon. So, real quick, I want to talk about something. This is going to be a very quick video because in order to unpack everything, it's going to be a very long video. And right now, I just want to put a stone in your shoe. I just want to give you something to think about. Okay? Here's the thing. Okay? We have the absolute wrong way of thinking about life insurance. First of all, nobody ever wants to talk about it because what does it entail? It thinks about death, right? Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to think about that. But it's absolutely imperative that we do, and it's absolutely imperative that we are prepared because none of us are promised tomorrow, okay? And so the absolute worst thing that you can do is to not be prepared because you don't want to talk about it or you don't want to address it. And then the inevitable happens because the death rate is absolutely 100%. Okay, it's not a question of if, but when. Okay, and you know what? We don't know the day or the hour when we're going to be when we're going to cease to exist on this earth. Okay, so to sit there and to not deal with it, to not have things in place, you are really not only doing yourself a disservice, but you are absolutely leaving your family in a very vulnerable and a very negative state. Okay, it can be absolutely detrimental to a family. Okay, because first they have to deal with the loss of you. Second, if you don't have things in play, what type of situation are you going to leave them in? Understand that as the leader of the family, okay, you need to ensure that your family does not suffer when you leave. Okay, your responsibilities do not stop just because you have passed on. Your family is still here, okay? Unfortunately, so many times, right after the hearse leaves from a funeral, the U-Haul truck is pulling up because people have to downsize or the house gets foreclosed on because they don't have enough to pay it off and things of that nature. Now you have not only now does your family not have to deal with the fact that you're not there? Now they have to deal with all this stuff on top of it of moving from a house that you guys had into an apartment, or to move from a 4-bedroom house into a 2-bedroom house, or whatever the case may be. Okay. So we absolutely have to think about it. We have to talk about it, and we have to make sure that our families are prepared for when things happen. Okay. Now, having said all that, all right, we need to also get out of the mindset that life insurance is just for when you die. Okay, we have that very old way of thinking and traditional way of thinking when it comes to insurance of you die, they pay, end of story. No, life insurance. You know, you can actually use your life insurance while you're living, depending on the policy and the strategy that you have. Absolutely. Now, what strategies are out there? I'm glad you asked. I will tell you one right now. IUL, Index Universal Life. Okay? Think of it as a life insurance policy and like a 401k combined. Okay? It has tax-free advantages, and also you never lose money with it. I'm going to say that again very slowly. You never lose money with it. Okay? So, we can go down a whole rabbit's hole and talk about all this stuff, but right now, like I said, I want to give you something to think about. One, let's stop avoiding the topic of life insurance and about making sure that your family is prepared. And two, let's get out of the traditional mindset of life insurance is just for when you die, okay? You die, they pay. You can absolutely utilize life insurance strategies, and you can go ahead and tap into those just like you have equity in your house, and you can go and you get money out of you can take an equity loan from your house. But guess what? It requires a certain credit score, okay? It also requires all different types of repayment plans that you have to adhere to. When you take money out of your life insurance policy, it's your money. And guess what? There's no penalties. You don't need to have a certain credit score, and it's tax-free. This is true. Don't take my word for it. You can go look it up. But I tell you what, if you have if your interest has been piqued, you can absolutely reach out to me, or you can reach out to my wife, Dr. Rita Gibson, and we can absolutely share with you these strategies. And then you can make a well-educated, thoughtful, and strategic decision as to what is best for your family. But if nothing else, if you hear nothing else in this video, please hear this. Please ensure that your family is prepared in the event of the inevitable happening, and happening sooner rather than later, because nobody wants to leave their family in a truly vulnerable and negative situation, on top of the fact that you are no longer with them. All right. So, any questions, please feel free to reach out. And again, do your homework. But check that out. You know, you can utilize your life insurance while you're living. Buy a car, buy a second home, pay for college, take a trip around the world, whatever it is you want to do, because guess what? It's your money. Use it while you're alive. Don't just have that mindset of you die, they pay. Have a good one.